Two more Central Oregon chains add their names to the list of retailers taking a stand in the gun control debate. But first, the Deschutes County Sheriff's Office begins to investigate a tenured OSP captain. News Channel 21 Fox at 4 starts now.
Now, from Central Oregon's news leader, this is News Channel 21 Fox at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Lee Anderson. We begin with breaking news. The Deschutes County Sheriff's Office has opened a criminal investigation on a captain with the Oregon State Police. Lauren Malink just returned from the Sheriff's Office. Lauren, what have you learned?
Yeah, Lee, the Sheriff's Office said it received an anonymous tip about an alleged crime committed by OSP Captain Bill Fugate. They said the allegation is not related to his job and he was not on duty at the time. Captain Fugate has been with the Oregon State Police for 11 years and is currently the Public Information Officer. He was placed on paid administrative leave. The Sheriff's Office won't reveal the nature of the allegation, but says the complaint was made to 911 dispatch just before 8 p.m. on Tuesday.
We want to be thorough in this investigation while respecting individual rights and also keeping that understanding that this affects a family, this affects human beings as well as the citizens we serve. So we want to have that delicate balance between transparency and conducting a thorough investigation.
If the investigation leads to a criminal charge, then Fugate's status would change to unpaid administrative leave. The Sheriff's Office was unable to say where exactly the incident happened or what the investigation timeline looks like. And I did try to contact Captain Fugate, but was unable to reach him. In the newsroom, Lauren Malink, News Channel 21.
It's been 9 days now since a Bend woman was reported missing by friends. Today, the search continued. This time, investigators focused on the Knott landfill. Now they're reaching out to you for help. Pedro Quintana spoke with police today. Pedro, what did you find out?
Lee, Bend Police Lieutenant Clint Burley tells me investigators are working around the clock following leads. The goal right now is finding 24-year-old Sarah Gomez. Now check out this video. You can see detectives and the Deschutes County District Attorney John Hummel at the Knott landfill this morning and afternoon. Last week, police released two photos of a 2004 Chevy Malibu with a Carolina Panthers sticker on it. Anyone who has seen this car between February 18th through the 21st is asked to call the Bend Police Department. Police are also asking people living east of Hamby and Ward Roads to check their properties for anything suspicious. Police are asking you to check for tire tracks, shoe prints, or anything out of the ordinary.
Search and rescue does get involved when we have information about areas that we need to search or we have any kind of lead we want to look at. At this point, I don't know that we've called it specifically the multi-agency investigation team yet, but we have just about every agency a part of that in Deschutes County that's working.
Gomez went missing on February 20th after leaving work from Albertsons in Bend. And Lee, 31-year-old Brian Penner, Gomez's ex-boyfriend and the person who investigators say was involved in Gomez's disappearance, was in court this afternoon. We'll tell you what happened at 5. In the control room, Pedro Quintana, News Channel 21.
Former Sun River Police Chief Mark Mills was sentenced to a $100 fine after pleading no contest to a misdemeanor harassment charge. Mills was accused of shoving a sergeant with a metal sign in early December of 2017. Mills officially resigned from his position as police chief last month. He already has paid the fine. A Prineville woman's out of her home today after a fire heavily damaged that home this morning. AJ Cotto was on the scene talking to firefighters, and she joins us with what we know so far. AJ?
Lee, Kirk County Fire and Rescue responded to the call just before 9 this morning. Battalion Chief Russell DeBoot says when they arrived, an RV parked in a yard on Southeast Brewer Lane was up in flames. It was spreading to the garage and damaging neighboring property. DeBoot says there is one woman permanently living in the home and others to come and go. He says smoke from the fire damaged the main house, but no one was injured.
Our major concern is just taking care of the homeowner herself first, getting her a place to stay, getting her back solid on her feet, and we'll do our best to try to figure out what happened.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation, and we're waiting on estimates on the extent of the damage. DeBoot could not say how the fire started, but at 5, I'll have information on where they believe it did. AJ Cotto, News Channel 21.
Our temperatures were around average for this time of year for Central Oregon today, but we saw a little bit of everything this morning. That chance for snow showers lingers through tonight. But then drier conditions are ahead. Let's get our first look at the local alert weather. Here's Emily.
Well, Lee, with that warm front that we saw yesterday, it really bumped up our temperatures for today. Now average daytime highs 50. We've been well below average over the past several days, so finally getting a little bit closer. We have been seeing some snow for the Cascades. Mount Bachelor with a half a foot early this morning. This is a live look this afternoon. Seeing partly sunny skies overhead, same thing through San Am Pass, and we are noticing that the roads are starting to clear briefly as we're looking at spots of ice, but we'll see some snow showers returning to the Cascades tonight, so just know if you're traveling this weekend, you will be finding snow across the mountain passes. From Opry Butte and Bend, pointing out towards the northeast, you can see a shadow over Bend right now. So we do have that chance for getting a few lingering snow showers as temperatures are still on the warm side. That could be a little more mixed just for the next couple of hours before we start to cool off. So what's happening overhead, instability lingering as an area of low pressure skirts along the coast. So you can see a few lightning strikes out east. We do have a chance for some thunderstorms through eastern Oregon and closer to the coast. But for central Oregon, our chance would just be in the form of scattered snow showers. We do still have a few watches and warnings on the board. So the winter storm warning is in effect out east. It does not include Prineville. Winter weather advisory is in effect to the south and out towards the west along the Cascades. That does include Sisters, Lapine, Sun River, Deschutes River Woods. That's in effect until 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Outside, not a bad day. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s from Bend to Redmond, 30s to our south. And I'll let you know what we can expect for the weekend in terms of those snow showers coming up in a few minutes. Lee, back to you.
Fred Meyer has joined the list of stores that'll no longer sell guns and ammunition to anyone younger than 21. Its parent company, Kroger, made the decision in response to the shooting that happened in Parkland, Florida last month. Several years ago, Fred Meyer stopped selling assault-style rifles in all states except Alaska. Bi-Mart has also made the change to sell guns and ammo to people 21 years of age and older. In a release sent by the company, Bi-Mart says it feels the change as a step in the right direction. Yesterday, Dick's Sporting Goods and Walmart announced they'd raised their minimum age for gun sales to 21. Lawmakers in Georgia halted a major tax break for Delta Airlines after the company cut ties with the National Rifle Association. The measure passed by large margins, stripping out a sales tax exemption on jet fuel. Delta would have been the prime beneficiary. Republican legislators vowed to kill the Delta tax break after the airline announced it would no longer offer discounted fares to NRA members in the wake of a deadly shooting at a Florida high school. Senator Marco Rubio of Florida announced a plan for gun safety in the wake of that shooting. On the Senate floor today, the Republican said he wants to strengthen school security, provide training to identify threats, and create school threat assessment intervention teams. The teams would coordinate between law enforcement and other state agencies to flag students who could be violent. Rubio says he plans to join a bipartisan group filing the Lie and Try bill. The bill would require the FBI to notify states when someone fails a background check during a gun purchase.
In addition, we will be presenting a new law to provide more prosecutors to go after straw purchases, which is where someone goes and buys a gun on behalf of someone else, because that someone else could not pass the background check.
Rubio says he hopes to pull together the bipartisan initiative by next week. A man accused of sending threats to the Trump family has been arrested. And while investigators look into the suspicious letters here in the U.S., another arms race may be brewing abroad. Russia's latest announcement after this.